Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
Welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. For a radio audience tuning in at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com, we're glad that you all can be with us. Also, tuning in through iHeartRadio and Amazon Music, we're glad you all could join us as well. Well, this time of year, but really all throughout the year, you may be looking for something that may be engaging for the kids, but also something that is truly kid-friendly for them, where they come to entertainment, but also things that are educational. I think you guys are going to really enjoy this next segment. We're excited to welcome Dean Koocher to our broadcast today. Dean is not only a TV industry expert, he's the co-founder of Kidstream, the largest kids movie TV streaming platform. And right now they have available for you guys to be able to not only have it on your, of course, your Apple products, but also, of course, for those of us who are Android users, you guys can use it as well. And guess what? You can get a free trial for it as well. We're going to talk to Dean not only about the platform, but what it's been like for him to be able to create something that is not only great for the family, but also is something that the parents can be able to feel good about their kids being on as well. Dean, thank you again for the time. Really do appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Cyrus, and hello to everybody out there. Really glad to be able to talk to you all.
Well, Dean, this is an important conversation, and it's a timely one, and I will even add it's a necessary one, because I think right now for parents, especially busy parents that are out there, you know, they want to be able to provide, of course, something engaging for the kids, but something they can feel good about their kids watching. So I want to begin there. What has it been like for you with Kidstream to be able to provide that, something that's entertaining, but also educational in a safe way for parents and kids?
I think you're right on, Cyrus. You know, there's a lot of stuff out there for parents and caregivers to find for their kids, and not all of it's great. But we really take a lot of time to select things that we feel, one, will be entertaining, but also enriching, and things that the parents will also approve of. Because there's stuff out there that your kids may be attracted to the same way they might be attracted to junk food, but it might not all be as good for them as other stuff. So we spend a lot of time what we call curating Kidstream to find really good stuff. Some classic stuff that you might have grown up with, but also stuff that's brand new that no one else has here in the U.S. as well.
So let's dive into that a little bit more, Dean, because I love the fact when I was prepping for this segment and kind of reading about Kidstream and, of course, the impact it's been able to have, that is one of the things that people really appreciate. The other thing, of course, with the subscription, of course, it being ad-free, I know nobody, including kids, like being able to go through 15, 30-second commercials as well. Why was that important for you guys when it came to the business model, to make sure that it was something that was engaging, but also, of course, the kids could dive right into?
You know what? We really, I'm glad you asked that question. We really believe in advertising free and commercial-free stuff for these young ones. You know, adults like us, we love advertising in certain ways. It's fun. But for kids, we feel it's that they should not necessarily be subject to that while they're entertaining and unwinding and learning. Once you're an advertised towards kids, then those kids are actually being sold things, and whether it's sugary cereals or toys, and we don't necessarily think that's needed. We also like to have the parents feel like their kids aren't being tracked. There's no numbers about them. They can watch whatever they want. They don't have algorithms that push things at them. So we're very much about safety for the kids and the families while they're watching us. You know, smart TVs are called smart because they are really smart, and we think parents need to be smart too, and really give their kids somewhere they can feel safe. And it's kind of like peace of mind when we feel like when you're at Kidstream.
Love that. And I think, too, one of the things I went to was the frequently asked questions on the site, Dean, and I was really interested in one. You've really made it easy to be accessible. And I mentioned in my introduction, of course, I'm Team Android, but, not always do we find things that are ready for Android users. I mean, normally it's for iOS, which, is understandable, it being, a larger platform. Why was it important to make sure that Kidstream was accessible in a variety of ways, including, I noticed, even on Roku?
Exactly. We really want to have, parents are on the go, caregivers are moving around with their kids, whether, kids aren't always watching on big TVs like they used to. Most young people are watching on a tablet or on a phone. So we like to have it wherever they are. Exactly. You can see us on an Android. Any Google Play has us, Apple Store. We're also with Roku, but we're also available as an Amazon Prime Video channel. Comcast and Cox carry us, so we're in a lot of different places. And we even have an exciting new partnership we're starting with a company called Curiosity Stream, which is more of an adult Kidstream, really good stuff, and they're offering us together in a bundle with them. So there's a lot of different places you can find us. We really want it to be everywhere for everybody.
Right. I want to kind of step back for a second, Dean, and kind of talk about your own history with television, because I mentioned in my introduction you being a TV industry expert. This is something that has been a part of your wheelhouse for quite some time. Talk to us about what that's been like for you personally, to know that you've been able to help not only to keep kids engaged, but also to help them in being entertained and informed through the programming you've been able to help to curate.
I was in big corporate business. I was out in Louisville, Kentucky, working for PepsiCo and KFC, and I ended up coming into the kids' TV business. And I was fortunate enough to work for some really great show creators. The woman named Ann Wood, whose company who created Teletubbies, was one of my first clients. I also worked for some other creators, including the creator of Lazy Town, Magnus Geving, who's a really brilliant creator, and some others. Martin Bainton I worked with from New Zealand. These people really taught me a lot about entertaining kids, and they really care for kids when they put together these shows. So I've learned from the business that you really have to care about kids, entertain them, but it's a really these people are really talented all around the world, and my business partner and I, Jordan, who was co-founder, we really wanted to have Kidstream showcase these creators from around the world, some that don't get viewership here in the U.S. as much as they should. So we've really done that, and I've like I said, I've been fortunate enough to see it from the first hand what these show people are like. So I've gotten to have relationships. I've been in the business since the mid '90s, and I have relationships with a lot of different producers all over the world and distributors. So we get shows not only from the U.S. One of our biggest suppliers is Jim Henson, who's a U.S. company, and we love his stuff. We even have stuff that goes back to one of his shows from the 70s. You can find Emmett Otter, or if you've ever seen Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas, that actually was done in the 70s, but we have stuff that they've created here in the 90s, like Sid the Science Kid and Dot. So we have some great series to find here on Kidstream.
Love that. And as I mentioned, this is something that is great year-round, which is why it's great that it's an affordable option for families as well. So I want to talk about that. I mean, because you're kind of giving, kids and adults in particular the best of both worlds here, Dean, where they're able to get a great variety but for a really good price. Talk to us about why that was important for you to be able to keep it at a price that was affordable for families to be able to enjoy.
Thanks, Cyrus. Yeah, $4.99 we feel is a price that parents don't mind spending once a month to have that service. We do have like you said, a free trial, but $4.99 if they can get unlimited amounts of kids products. We have at least 750 hours at this moment on there, and it maybe 60 different series that make that up. So it's a really affordable thing. If parents with young children and caregivers, they don't mind spending a little bit of money on their children to know that they're in a safe place. So we felt like that number was good. Not a huge number like some of the bigger services, but we felt like we wanted to keep it at a place that most families could afford.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, Dean, and it's such an important point, especially as we mentioned earlier, the variety of ways that people can enjoy it. As you mentioned, especially if they have a Prime subscription, they can be able to even go through there to be able to make sure they're able to sign up too, which also expands as well. As we're getting ready to go into the new year, what are some of the things you're excited about, Dean, when it comes to Kidstream and what you have to offer?
Oh, I'm so excited about the new shows that we're bringing to the channel all the time. We just launched a bunch of specials from the Wiggles, who are actually here in the U.S. this fall. I'm launching a show this winter called Wildwoods, which was a costume character-based show filmed in the Pacific Northwest. That is really fun. We have all sorts of great products. We have Thomas the Tank Engine this year. We brought on some classic Thomas the Tank Engine. We even have the original episodes that Ringo Starr was the narrator on.
Wow.
We just have some, and my joy really comes finding these great shows and bringing them to Kidstream. And many of them are nowhere else beside Kidstream. Some of them we share with other networks. Some we have that might be on Disney or PBS or Netflix. But most of them that we have are pretty much exclusive to us. So we're really proud for parents to come in and find different series. Some are more encourage fitness and healthy eating. Some are more we have some that are more science based, math. We have one show called Bits and Bob, in which the character is a young girl and her little brother, and they're learning about engineering and their little fun and activities. So at the end of each show, it's an 11-minute show, there's a little 2-minute clip at the end where you can do little activities at home and really on a young level learn concepts about engineering in a fun way. So that's a really breakthrough show that we have. But it's that is really my biggest joy, is to find these great shows, bring them to our audience, and I have a new one I'm just about to bring on. I can't tell you because I just been trying to sign it today, but it's a beautiful one for winter, and you'll be able to see that in the next couple of weeks as soon as we can get it in the house. But that really is the fun that we have.
Love that. Well, look, a lot of great things that they can enjoy now, and as you mentioned, Dean, great things for them to be able to look forward to as well. Again, everyone, Dean Koocher has been our guest. He's the co-founder of Kidstream, the largest kids movie TV streaming platform. Again, as we've been talking about here, it's all over the place at a very affordable price, but you guys can also be able to sign up for the 7-day free trial as well. So, Dean, let our audience know, how can they find out more information about Kidstream and sign up?
Well, the best way is you can see it right from our website, which is kidstream.tv, KIDSTREAM.tv. It's one word. You'll see the different places you can sign up, which include Amazon, Prime, video channels, Comcast. You can get us through an app store, which is a great way to watch us. You can also just access us right through the web. And also, like I mentioned, there's going to be a new partnership through CuriosityStream as well, where you can bundle us with them, which is more of a channel that's really great for adults with some really great documentaries and things like that. But it's a great way. I'd say the first way is to just take a peek at our website, www.kidstream.tv, and check us out. And we'd love you to take a free trial and try us, or get us through one of your providers like Amazon or Comcast or Cox.
There you go. Well, Dean, thank you again. Really appreciate the time. Thank you for the great work you guys are doing with Kidstream, and looking forward to having you back on the program again.
Oh, I'd love that, Cyrus. Thank you. Really appreciate the time, and thanks, everybody.
Welcome. Okay, we appreciate you as well, and we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live, and let's go make today amazing. Take care.